Good day, everyone. Today we will discuss about the second messenger system of our body, the endocrine system. So, what is the endocrine system? So, the endocrine system is a vital regulatory network in a human body, and it is often referred to as the second messenger system. So, unlike the nervous system, which relies on electrical signals, the endocrine system utilizes chemical messengers called hormones. So these hormones are released into the bloodstream, enabling them to travel throughout the body and influence the functions of the target cells and organs. So hormones control several major processes such as the reproduction, growth and development, mobilization of body defenses or the immune system, the maintenance of much of um, homeostasis, and the regulation of metabolism. Again, what is a hormone? Hormones are chemical messengers that help regulate body functions. So it is produced by specialized cells and they travel through the bloodstream to target cells where they influence activity and maintain balance in the body. So, how are hormones made and transported? Firstly, hormones are produced by endocrine cells in glands like the thyroid, pancreas, and pituitary. So once created or made, they are released into the surrounding fluids and then enter the bloodstream, which acts as their transport system. Next, hormones travels to specific target cells equipped with matching receptors. So only the cells respond, allowing precise control of body functions. And lastly, hormones regulate various processes such as number one, stimulating or suppressing cell functions like protein production. And number two, modulating enzyme activity or opening ion channels. The third one is driving growth, development, and specializations in cell. So this efficient system ensures the body responds smoothly to internal and external changes. Now let's go through the integrated relationships and feedback loops. So the endocrine system is highly interconnected, which uses precise feedback mechanisms to regulate hormone production. So this intricate network involves the hypothalamus pituitary axis, the autonomic nervous system, and blood chemistry, all working in concert to maintain hormonal balance. So the first one is the hypothalamus pituitary axis, which plays a crucial role. So the hypothalamus sends releasing and inhibiting hormones to the pituitary gland, which in turn regulates downstream glands like the thyroid, adrenal cortex, and gonads. And we also have the autonomic nervous system, which controls glands like the adrenal medulla and pineal gland through neural signals, particularly during stress or light dark cycles or the circadian rhythm. And lastly, blood chemistry regulates glands like the pancreas and parathyroid glands based on changes in blood composition. Now we have two feedback mechanisms, which are the negative feedback and the positive feedback. So the negative feedback balances hormone levels. For example, when thyroid hormone levels are high, the hypothalamus stops producing thyroid releasing hormone or TRH. So these mechanisms ensures that hormone levels remain within a healthy range. Now the other feedback is the positive feedback. The positive feedback amplifies specific processes such as oxytocin released during childbirth. So this type of feedback loop is crucial for certain physiological events that requires a rapid and sustained response. Now, the endocrine glands can be divided into two groups based on their regulation mechanisms. So the first group are the glands controlled by the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary, namely the hypothalamus, pituitary, thyroid, adrenal cortex, and gonads. The second groups are the glands regulated by direct chemical or neural stimuli. So these are the posterior pituitary, parathyroid glands, adrenal medulla, pancreas, pineal gland, and the thymus. Now let's go through the first group, the glands controlled by the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary. So hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. So these glands rely on trophic hormones which are secreted by the anterior pituitary and are in turn regulated by the hypothalamus. So let's explore this in detail. The hypothalamus is the critical brain region which controls the anterior pituitary gland through releasing and inhibiting hormones. For example, it includes thyroid releasing hormones or the TRH and the corticotrophin releasing hormone or CRH, and also the anterior pituitary. So this gland acts as a relay station, producing hormones that stimulate other endocrine glands. And the key hormones of these two are the growth hormone or GH, which promotes skeletal and muscle growth, the thyroid stimulating hormone or the TSH, which activates the thyroid gland. The third one is the adrenocorticotropic hormone or ACTH, which stimulates adrenal cortex activity. Fourth one is the gonad gonadotrophins or gonadotrophins or FSH and LH, which regulate reproduction organs. And lastly, the prolactin, which stimulates milk production. So this intricate interplay between the hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary gland ensures that the endocrine system functions effectively. So it maintains hormonal balance and supports a wide range of physiological processes.
Second is the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland, located in the lower neck around the trachea, plays a key role in regulating metabolism and calcium balance. Metabolism, it regulates the energy production. Calcium balance, maintain blood calcium levels. Thyroxine and triiodothyronine, it increase the metabolism. Calcitonin decreases blood calcium levels. It's stimulated by TSH from the anterior pituitary. The thyroid gland's hormone control metabolism and calcium levels, ensuring vital bodily function work harmoniously. So the third is the adrenal cortex. The adrenal cortex is the outer layer of the adrenal gland that located on the top of the kidney, which responsible for producing corticosteroid, which regulates stress and metabolic function. These hormones, including aldosterone, cortisol, and gonadocorticoids, work in concert to maintain electrolyte balance and manage stress responses, regulate metabolism, and supplement sex hormones. This adrenal cortex activity is controlled by the anterior pituitary gland, which releases ACTH, stimulating the production and release of corticosteroids. Therefore, the adrenal cortex plays a vital role in maintaining homeostasis and responding to psychological demands. The fourth is the gonads. The gonads, the ovaries in female and testes in males, are the primary reproductive organ, located in the pelvic cavity and scrotum respectively. They produce sex hormones, essential for reproduction and the development of secondary sexual characteristics. Ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone, regulating the menstrual cycle and female traits, while testes produce testosterone, controlling male traits and sperm production. The anterior pituitary gland regulates gonads activity through the release of FSH and LH, ensuring proper hormone production and function. Now, we are in the second group of endocrine glands, where glands are regulated by direct chemical or neural stimuli. So the first gland on this group is the posterior pituitary gland. The posterior pituitary gland is located in the extension of hypothalamus. The function are to store and release hypothalamic hormones. The key hormones of PPG are oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. The PPG work directly to hypothalamus. The second is the parathyroid gland. The parathyroid gland, which located on the posterior surface of the thyroid gland, it plays a crucial role in regulating blood calcium level. Unlike gland control by the hypothalamus pituitary axis, the parathyroid gland respond directly to changes in blood calcium level. When calcium level decrease, the parathyroid gland release parathyroid hormone or PTH, which increases blood calcium by stimulating the breakdown of bone tissue and promoting calcium reabsorption in the kidney. This direct feedback mechanism it ensures that blood calcium level remain within a healthy range, vital bone health, nerve function, and muscle contraction. Next is the adrenal medulla. The adrenal medulla, directly stimulated by the sympathetic nervous system, it acts as the body rapid response team during stressful situation. When faced with a perceived threat, the sympathetic nervous system triggers the release of epinephrine and norepinephrine from the adrenal medulla, preparing the body to fight or flee. This immediate surge of hormone increases heart rate, blood pressure, and metabolism, it ensuring the body is ready to take action.
So fourth is the pancreas. So pancreas is located behind the stomach, plays a crucial role in regulating blood glucose level. Unlike gland controlled by the hypothalamus pituitary axis, the pancreas responds directly to changes in blood sugar levels. When blood sugar rises, the pancreas releases insulin which promotes glucose uptake by cells, lowering blood sugar. Conversely, when blood sugar falls, the pancreas releases glucagon, which stimulates the breakdown of glycogen stores in the liver, raising blood sugar. This indicates feedback mechanisms, ensures that blood glucose level remain within a healthy range vital for energy production and overall metabolic balance. So the fifth is the pineal gland. The pineal gland, located deep within the brain near the third ventricle, play a crucial role in regulating circadian rhythm, the body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Unlike many other endocrine glands, the pineal gland is not primarily controlled by the hormones but by neural input related to light and dark cycles. The pineal gland produces melatonin, a hormone that influences sleep-wake cycles, increasing in darkness and decreasing in light. This sensitivity to light exposure allows the pineal gland to synchronize the body's internal clock with the external environment, ensuring a healthy wake rhythm. So the sixth is the thymus. The thymus gland, located in the upper chest behind the sternum and between the lungs, is a crucial player in the development of the immune system. During childhood, the thymus is highly active, producing hormones like thymosin, thymopoietin, and thymolin, which are essential for the maturation and differentiation of T cells, a type of white blood cell crucial for immune function. However, after puberty, the thymus begins to shrink, with its immune functions gradually being taken over by the other organs. This unique lifespan relationship highlights the thymus' vital role in establishing a robust immune system during childhood, setting the stage for lifelong immune health. So the common condition of endocrine system, Polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS is a common endocrine disorder characterized by an imbalance of sex hormones, particularly an excess of androgens. This hormonal disruption leads to irregular menstrual cycles and the development of ovary cysts. Symptoms of PCOS includes irregular period, excessive hair growth, acne, and weight gain. The condition can have significant health implications, potentially leading to infertility, metabolic syndromes, and an increased risk of diabetes or heart disease. PCOS involves dysfunctions in the gonads or ovaries and the hypothalamus pituitary axis, highlighting the complex interplay of endocrine organs in maintaining hormonal balance. So the second is hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is a condition characterized by an overproduction of thyroid hormones. The T3 and T4 often results from an autoimmune disorders like Graves' disease. This exists of thyroid hormones lead to a range of symptoms including weight loss, rapid heartbeat, increased appetite, sweating, and nervousness. If left untreated, hyperthyroidism can lead to serious complications such as thyroid storm, osteoporosis, or cardiovascular problems. The thyroid glands and the anterior pituitary via TSH are the key endocrine organs involved in hyperthyroidism, highlighting the interconnected nature of the endocrine system. Third is giantism and dwarfism are conditions resulting from disruptions in growth hormones or GH production during childhood. Giantism caused by excessive GH secretion often due to pituitary tumor leads to abnormal growth. Conversely, dwarfism caused by insufficient GH secretion due to genetic mutations or pituitary dysfunctions resulting in stunt growth. Both conditions can lead to complication if left untreated, emphasizing the importance of balanced GH production for normal growth and development. The anterior pituitary and hypothalamus through the regulation of GH and GHRH are the key endocrine organs involved in these conditions.
Now, these are the list of the hormones mentioned in our discussion. So, if you have time, you can watch this slide from 20 to 22. So, that is all about the endocrine system, and thank you for listening.